Once upon a time, in a sunny green forest full of tall mango trees and sparkling little streams, there lived a small monkey named Munki. Munki had the softest brown fur, the curliest tail, and the biggest, shiniest collection of toys in the whole forest. He had a red fire truck that went na-na, a blue racing car that zoomed faster than anyone, a drum that went boom boom bap, a set of colorful blocks that could build towers all the way to the sky, and his most favorite toy in the whole wide world, a bright yellow digger truck with a real moving scoop. Every morning, Munki would line up all his toys under the big banyan tree and play by himself. He would make the fire truck rescue the racing car, build towers with the blocks, and dig enormous holes with his yellow digger. He loved his toys so much that he never, ever let anyone else touch them. One sunny day, Munki's friends came hopping, waddling, and flapping over to the banyan tree. There was Roro the rabbit with his fluffy white tail, Tilly the turtle who carried her house on her back, Bibo the cheerful blue bird, and Gigi the gentle giraffe with the longest neck in the forest. "Munki, Munki," they called. "Can we play with you today?" Munki looked at his beautiful toys and hugged his yellow digger close to his chest. "No," he said, shaking his head. "These are my toys. I don't share them with anyone. You might break them or lose them or get them dirty." Roro's ears drooped. Tilly pulled her head inside her shell a little. Bibo's bright feathers looked a little less bright. And Gigi's long neck seemed to shrink just a tiny bit. "Oh, okay," they said sadly, and they went to sit under a mango tree with nothing to do. Munki went back to playing. He zoomed the racing car. He built a tall tower. He dug a giant hole with his digger. But after a while, something felt strange. The forest was very quiet. Too quiet. He couldn't hear Roro laughing, or Tilly singing her slow turtle songs, or Bibo chirping happily, or Gigi making her funny munch-munch sound when she pretended to eat leaves off the trees. Munki looked over at his friends, sitting all by themselves under the mango tree. They looked so bored and a little bit sad. Munki felt something funny in his tummy. It wasn't hunger for missing lunch. It was a wobbly, heavy feeling. He didn't like seeing his friends sad. That afternoon, Munki tried to play even harder. He made the fire truck go na-na louder than ever. He built the tallest tower he had ever built. He dug the deepest hole in the whole forest. But it still wasn't fun, because nobody was there to say, "Wow, Munki, that tower is amazing." Nobody was there to race against his blue car. Nobody was there to cheer when the digger scooped up a huge pile of sand. Munki sat down in the middle of his toys and sighed a very big monkey sigh. Just then, wise old Grandpa Owl flew down from the highest branch and landed beside him. "Ooh, little monkey," said Grandpa Owl softly. "Why the long face on such a sunny day?" Munki looked up with shiny eyes. I think I made my friend sad because I didn't share my toys. But these are my special toys, Grandpa Owl. What if they break them?" Grandpa Owl blinked his big round eyes slowly. "Munki," he said, "toys are meant to make us happy. But do you know what makes toys the happiest?" Munki shook his head. "When they are played with by many hands and many hearts," said Grandpa Owl. "A toy that is loved by only one friend gets lonely, just like a monkey who plays all by himself gets lonely. Sharing doesn't mean losing your toys, little one. Sharing means multiplying the fun." Munki thought and thought. He looked at his yellow digger truck. He loved it so much, but he loved his friends too. He stood up, took a deep breath, and walked over to the mango tree, carrying his arms full of toys. "Roro, Tilly, Bibo, Gigi," he called in a small voice. "I'm sorry I didn't share before. Would you like to play with my toys now? With me?" His friends looked up in surprise. Then the biggest smiles spread across their faces. "Really, Munki?" asked Roro, hopping excitedly. "Really, really," said Munki. And that was the beginning of the best playtime the forest had ever seen. Roro took the racing car and zoomed it so fast that even Munki couldn't catch it. Tilly stacked the blocks slowly and carefully into the tallest, most beautiful castle anyone had ever seen. Bibo flew high above and dropped little leaves into the scoop of the yellow digger so Munki could dig a moat around the castle. Gigi used her long neck to be the perfect fire rescue ladder for the red fire truck. They played fire rescue and car racing and castle building and digging to China, and everything in between. They laughed so hard that the mangoes shook on the trees. When the sun began to turn orange and it was time to go home, Monkey's toys were a little sandy, a little scratched, and wonderfully loved. Monkey looked at his friends and said, "Tomorrow, can we play again?" All of us. Yes, they all cheered. "And Monkey," said Roro shyly, "tomorrow I'll bring my jumping rope." "And I'll bring my shiny marbles," said Tilly. "I'll bring my feather collection," chirped Bibo. "And I'll bring my leaf crown," smiled Gigi. Monkey's heart felt so full it could have burst like a big happy balloon. That night, as Monkey curled up in his nest high in the banyan tree, he hugged his yellow digger truck close. "Thank you for helping me learn something important today," he whispered to his toy. And do you know what? The little yellow digger almost seemed to smile. Because toys are never happier than when they have many friends to play with them. And monkeys are never happier than when they share. And from that day on, under the big banyan tree, there's always laughter, always friends, and always sharing.